Hey, Ryan Michael Galloway here with We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com, and today I'm really excited. I've got David Craver of openmic.us. That's open, M-I-C, all one word, .us if you want to reach it. And David is probably the most expert person that I know about running open mics, because he doesn't just do one every once in a while. He's probably done thousands over the last few years and taught a lot of other people how to do it and facilitated and created quite a community and quite a hub around what he's doing. He's based out of Atlanta. Hey, David, how are you doing, man?
Excellent, Ryan. How are you?
Good, good. I heard you've been up to some stuff lately. There's a festival or something you've been involved in?
Yeah, we're hosting an open mic stage at the Jug Tavern Festival in Winder, Georgia, yesterday and today.
Cool. Cool. Unfortunately, by the time this post gets out, it will be done, but best of luck, and I'm sure it went well if you were involved in hosting that. That's fantastic. And I have played some of your open mics, by the way, and I've hosted for you, by the way, so I know how good David is and how good his system and his product is. So I wanted to kind of define, there's people out there, believe it or not, who have not done open mics or have not gone out and seen it. They might have a sense of what it is, and yet they haven't ventured out to try to do it. We're going to talk over the next couple posts about why you might want to do it, but let's talk about the how. Typically, I would show up at an open mic and, you know, what happens? Walk me through how you run it.
Sure. It's the way that we do it is we don't do any pre-sign-ups. We ask people to show up as close to the start time as possible and to reserve a slot. That way we get a lot more people in towards the beginning, and they tend to stay for their slot, and then they stay on for to listen to everybody else. And I encourage people to plan going to an open mic as something that's 2 or 3 hours of an evening activity, and not just zip in, play, and head out the door.
That's part of the etiquette, right? I mean, that you know, if you're going to expect some people to sit there and listen to you, and you happen to get the first slot of the night, it's a really good idea for you to hang out and listen to them and support them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Understanding that not every night is going to be wide open, and you can do that. And sometimes you're like, wow, I've got an hour, maybe I'll slide in there real quick, and that's fine. But just overall, the etiquette, it's a courtesy to stick around and listen to everybody else, and it's also a lot of fun. If you plan it, then there's no stress, no problem. When you play, it doesn't really matter, and use the time wisely to talk to everybody else and be social.
Super. So you get in there, you get you sign up on some kind of a sign-up sheet, and then you get your slot, and you hang until there's a chance for you to play. Are you still with me?
Absolutely. We always provide a sign-up sheet that's 15 minutes long with a 5-minute changeover. A lot of times throughout the country, people do it differently. I've been in some places that have no sign-up sheet at all. You talk to the host, and he says, yeah, I'll get you on.
Wow.
I don't really like that because that does create some stress, because you don't really know when you're going to play.
Yeah.
Other people use a whiteboard or a chalkboard. Anything that just gives the players an idea of who's next without all the mystery and stress is a good thing.
Okay. Now, in running an open mic, is there anything that you might recommend to make it special or different, or run smoother, or just go better? Yeah,
I've spent about 15 years figuring that out. Like you say, 10,000 open mics later.
Wow.
But it really comes down to basic courtesy and the things that we already know. When a musician walks through the door and they want to play at your open mic, treat them like a guest. A lot of times these open mics take place in restaurants, coffee houses, places like that, and it's the service industry. So you're an extension of that business at that point. So what you want to do is you want to keep your antenna up. Anybody that walks in that looks like they might want to play, be proactive. Walk up to them. Hey, you're here to play the open mic? Yeah. You play. What do you play? I play a guitar. Great. Did you bring your guitar with you? Well, no. I said, no problem. You can play mine. You see that? There's a Takamine singer-songwriter over there. You can play that one. Wow, that's cool. Or, yeah, I play a little bit, but I left my guitar in the car. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get you a slot right here, all right? Then what I want you to do is go get your guitar, bring it in, stick it over there on that wall. Have you met? This is Bob. Bob plays here every week. Bob, this is Jim. Jim,
Yeah.
this is Bob. Introduce people.
Absolutely.
Make it as social and fun as you can.
Yeah. Now, I've been to some open mics where they have the extra added service of grabbing a little recording of you while you're playing, and you walk out with a CD. Is that still going on much these days?
Every open mic that I host, I provide a free CD recording of your performance. I use a standalone CD recorder, and it enables me to create separate tracks and then at the end finalize it. So 1 minute after you're completely done playing, I hand you a CD and you walk out with it. It's the only recording, and people just love that because they can throw it in the car on the way home and critique themselves, listen to it. I have just an uncountable number of people that have come back to me and said that's the coolest part of playing your open mics. I actually have strung together a number of the songs that I've played and played them on purpose because I wanted to use them as a demo, and then I cut them together and basically, you know, I have a free demo that I use to get gigs.
Well, so a while back I was in Atlanta, and I did one of your open mics at Kennesaw, Georgia, and I still have your announcement on there. This is Ryan Michael Galloway from Kennesaw, Georgia, and it was great. And I still have that on my MP3 player, and so that was that's pretty cool. And I've held on to that. It was a terrific keepsake for that. You know, it's like a souvenir of that little event that we had together.
Yeah.
So
I tell people it's either a wonderful souvenir or evidence.
Something you want to bury or whatever you put under that mattress or shred. Yeah. So if it goes well, it goes very well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, but that's great that you provide that. I would love to figure out a way to do video that easily, but video gets complex when you're trying to capture it that way. Someday we'll figure that out, or maybe with these new flip cams we'll get it done. But anyway, well, that's fantastic. Let's move on. We'll come back tomorrow night with a little bit more and talk a little bit as to why you might want to do an open mic. And I'm Ryan Michael Galloway. We don't need no stinking recordcompany.com. I'm with David Craver out of Atlanta, and of course he's nationwide and worldwide with what he's doing at Open Mic. That's mic.us, and we'll be back. Thanks.